Savitri, a legend and a symbol by Sri Aurobindo. The Book of Beginnings. Canto 3. The Yoga of the King, the Yoga of the soul's release. The inspiring goddess entered a mortal's breast, made there her study of divining thought, and sanctuary of prophetic speech, and sat upon the tripod seat of mind, all was made wide above, all lit below. In darkness core, she dug out wells of light, on the undiscovered depths imposed a form, lent a vibrant cry to the unuttered vasts, and through great shoreless, voiceless, starless breadths, bore earthward fragments of revealing thought, hewn from the silence of the ineffable. A voice in the heart uttered the unspoken name, a dream of seeking thought, wandering through space, entered the invisible and forbidden house. The treasure was found of a supernal day. In the deep subconscient glowed her jewel lamp. Lifted It showed the riches of the cave, where, by the miser traffickers of sense, unused, guarded beneath night's dragon paws, in folds of velvet darkness, draped they sleep, whose priceless value could have saved the world. A darkness carrying morning in its breast, looked for the eternal wide returning gleam. Waiting the advent of a larger ray, and rescue of the lost herds of the sun. In a splendid extravagance of the waste of God, dropped carelessly in creation's spendthrift work, left in the chantiers of the bottomless world, and stolen by the robbers of the deep, the golden shekels of the eternal lie, hoarded from touch and view and thought's desire, locked in blind antres of the ignorant flood. Lest men should find them and be even as gods. A vision lightened on the viewless heights, a wisdom illumined from the voiceless depths, a deeper interpretation, greatened truth, a grand reversal of the night and day. All the world's values changed, heightening life's aim. A wiser word, a larger thought came in. Than what the slow labor of human mind can bring. A secret sense awoke that could perceive a presence and a greatness everywhere. The universe was not now this senseless whirl, borne round inert on an immense machine. It cast away its grandiose lifeless front, a mechanism no more or work of chance, but a living movement of the body of God. A spirit hid in forces and in forms, was the spectator of the mobile scene. The beauty and the ceaseless miracle let in a glow of the unmanifest. The formless everlasting moved in it, seeking its own perfect form in souls and things. Life kept no more a dull and meaningless shape. In the struggle and upheaval of the world, he saw the labor of a godhead's birth. A secret knowledge masked as ignorance. Fate covered with an unseen necessity. The game of chance of an omnipotent will. A glory and a rapture and a charm. The all blissful sat, unknown within the heart. Earth's pains were the ransom of its prisoned delight. A glad communion tinged the passing hours. The days were travelers on a destined road. The nights companions of his musing spirit. A heavenly impetus quickened all his breast. The trudge of time changed to a splendid march. The divine dwarf towered to unconquered worlds. Earth grew too narrow for his victory. Once only, registering the heavy tread of a blind power on human littleness. Life now became a sure approach to God. Existence, a divine experiment. And cosmos, the soul's opportunity. The world was a conception and a birth. Of spirit and matter into living forms. And nature bore the immortal in her womb. That she might climb through him to eternal life. His being lay down in bright, immobile peace. And bathed in wells of pure spiritual light. It wandered in wide fields of wisdom self, lit by the rays of an everlasting sun. Even his body's subtle self within could raise the earthly parts towards higher things. And feel on it the breath of heavenlier air. Already it journeyed towards divinity. Upbuoyed upon winged winds of rapid joy, upheld to a light it could not always hold. It left mind's distance from the truth supreme, and lost life's incapacity for bliss. All now suppressed in us began to emerge. Thus came his soul's release from ignorance. His mind and body's first spiritual change. A wide God knowledge poured down from above. A new world knowledge broadened from within. His daily thoughts looked up to the true and one. His commonest doings welled from an inner light. Awakened to the lines that nature hides, attuned to her movements that exceed our ken. He grew one with the covered universe. His grasp surprised her mightiest energies' springs. He spoke with the unknown guardians of the worlds. Forms he described, our mortal eyes see not. His wide eyes bodied viewless entities. He saw the cosmic forces at their work. And felt the occult impulse behind man's will. Time's secrets were to him an oft-read book. The records of the future and the past. Outlined their excerpts on the etheric page. One and harmonious by the Maker's skill, the human in him paced with the divine. His acts betrayed not the interior flame. This forged the greatness of his front to earth. A genius heightened in his body's cells, that knew the meaning of his fate-hedged works. akin to the march of unaccomplished powers, beyond life's arc in spirit's immensities. Apart he lived in his mind's solitude, a demigod shaping the lives of men. One soul's ambition lifted up the race. A power worked, but none knew whence it came. The universal strengths were linked with his. Filling earth's smallness with their boundless breadths, he drew the energies that transmute an age. Immeasurable by the common look, he made great dreams a mold for coming things, and cast his deeds like bronze to front the years. His walk through time outstripped the human stride. Lonely his days and splendid like the sun's.